Hello everybody, I am the Sonic Arrow and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Now, we just finished Ace Attorney. Yes? Yes. Glad we're all on the same page. It's time to move on to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, the second game in the Phoenix Wright line of games. I almost said Phoenix Light line of games. That sounds right. Phoenix Wright line of games. So, new game. We're going to blast through the tutorial, and that'll be a good warm-up episode to get us back into the mix. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, do we get to present some evidence? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. Some pretty intense nightmares. Yes, that was a nightmare, obviously. There's no way that could be an actual thing. So, no spoilers. I do not have to put up a warning for your information. But the first time I played through this, it's been a while since I've actually played the second game. I haven't even gotten to the third game, of all things. But, it's been a while since I played the second game. When I first went through, I was hoping that I would have evidence in a court record, and to battle him, he would ask me some questions, and I would go, "Take that!" and present something every time he did to knock down his health, but unfortunately, that's not a thing, so what are you gonna do? Oh. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Beep. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. What? He was holding a fire extinguisher. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. This is gonna get good, I can already tell. Ouch, my head, it's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning! Hack! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. But what are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? Life in my hands? Oh, no. You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever. Bird. No, never mind. The name strikes me as familiar, not because I've seen this character before, and I know who this character is. Like, it's the most recent Phoenix Wright game up here, besides the one I just played, because obviously this one's the freshest because, you know. That name reminds me of something in the real world. I don't know. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl blabbing about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You make me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes, who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? Oh, no, that's right. The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? That's right. Amnesia. That's it. I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Yeah. Someone please, tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Oh. September 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Payne, you old so-and-so. How you been? You get a new toupee or a new comb-over? You look like a cue ball. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Not the judge, Payne, the prosecutor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Yes. Guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If your life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. Okay, so what we got is our attorney's badge. My all-important badge. It shows that I'm a defense attorney. That was my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Dustin's... Ooh. Reports received during preliminary hearing. Time of death, September 6th. At 6:28 p.m., broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. He probably fell from a high place. Unless someone came up and then threw his body somewhere. But I doubt that. Finding the victim's body, pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. From what I can tell, the victim wore glasses, his neck was broken, so he either fell or someone killed him. And we have a phone, because it's ours, and our defense attorney badge, as always. We always have the defense attorney badge right there in the court record every time. Don't know why. But it's great because when we're doing the explore and talk to people, the investigations, we have to sometimes present it like to swear on our attorney's badge that will get them declared not guilty or something. Like, we had to present it to Edgeworth because we are attorneys and defense attorneys, and he needs to be able to trust us or whatever. But I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. He's sweating bullets. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. Policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me, and besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. He. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay. And who are you again? I'm sorry, this game's dialogue cracks me up all the time. Prosecution... Sorry. Saliva went down the wrong tube. The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Oh boy. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Yep, you're dead. No, because you got me behind the reins. The guy who barely skidded by on the last game, but skidded by last time on the skin of his teats. Is you skin of your teeth is the actual thing. I just say teats because it's funnier. The skin of my teats, but it's the skin of your teeth. Your teeth. If you want to be correct, it's your teeth. If you want to be funny, it's your teats. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was an attorney, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops. Okay, so he did fall. It looks like he did fall. But there's a railing up there. You can kind of faintly see here. Here. You can faintly see the railing up there. Right up there. See? That's railing. So someone had to have pushed him. But it wasn't our client. So, who was it? That's a good question. He's pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Aha! Details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes, the autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts this evidence. Crime photo 1. Now then, I recall yesterday's preliminary hearing. A very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Okay, let's take a look at this photo once more. So, that clock looks a little off. Kind of from how I can see. Ugh, that's disgusting. Let's see, what was the time of death? 6:28. Oh. That clock doesn't look that off. Actually, 6:28. Both hands are in the wrong place for that to be any kind of... Well, that could just be... Yeah, that's a photo after they got there. So they got there, a little later. Took the photo a little later. Okay, his watch is still there. Does he wear glasses? No, Maggie Bird wears glasses. Oh well. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir, I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. I was. Court record? Yep, info about evidence people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. Now, this game has an interesting mechanic. The first game did not. Like, at all. You can look at the court record by touching the court record button. Court record button? You really know what you're talking about, huh? Yeah, look at that. And then profiles. Dustin Prince. He was 30. She's 12. 8 years between these two. Well, both legal adults, technically. So, it doesn't matter. Winston Payne. Ugh. Hey, he did get a new comb over. Hey, cue ball, come over here. We'll play some pool, and I'll show you a few moves like a knuckle buster. I'm kidding. Dick Gumshoe. He's 31. I did not know that. He's 53. Hey, oldie. Yeah, you. The 80s called. They want their... The 80s? Yeah, the 1880s called. They want their stupidness back. I mean, right, guys? Right? No? Okay. It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? The court record button? Found under the victim. Okay, that was it. Glasses. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if you... What was the piece of evidence? It was glasses. My glasses! I can't see a thing without my glasses! That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear, sir. You're sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? This evidence is very decisive. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Oh boy. What's he got? Different music. Beautiful. I could fall asleep to this. There's something even more incriminating than glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. He managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but this is clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Hold it. Her name is spelled E-Y, not I-E. We got something. This piece of evidence and the glasses, it's not hard to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. There's something wrong. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. Prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. As if the glasses alone didn't make it look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. How do you explain his dying message? It's conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. Prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. Oh! Burn! I'm kidding. He's not that much of a scatterbrain, but he's pretty scatterbrained. If you remember from the last game, yeah, he's pretty scatterbrained. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why you have to question witnesses. When you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here's nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. It's not a direct lie, it's an indirect lie, but it's still a lie. It's just indirect because he is a bit of a scatterbrain. Decisive evidence. Managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. His neck snapped. Broken neck. We can also present this. There we go. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out, objection. And I yelled at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush. Detective Gumshoe, you talking to me, pal? Please say the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Well, where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. How are you getting this? Maggey. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh, how about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. No! Always remember the spelling. Just remember the spelling. It'll save you. This is very true. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Dustin and Maggie. Oh, how sweet. Blech. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were very close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Gumshoe looks so heartbroken. Okay. Hold it. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we had a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. You got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir. Really. Anyway. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's got to marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. Ugh. I think this fellow has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. That's right, he's a year older, so he's 9 years older. What? What? The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah, the victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. Since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. It was a bully time back in my day. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Oh, I remember the first time I heard the word bully. It was our honeymoon. It was my honeymoon with my second wife. Oh, the first one died of lead poisoning. Oh, the days. Oh, if only I could... If only I could remember a little bit more about how I poisoned the water system. About how it was poisoned. Maggie, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was Dustin Prince. She seemed to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much. What, scratches their chin? Like, good itch. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this point. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago? Yep. She's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was his birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only get him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. Baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove, Press further. Just now, I believe you said the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah, are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there is a little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Of course it's relevant. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. So happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great. I'm impressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Can we see Edgeworth, anybody? Come on. That was funny. Very well. If you were that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's rather yellow, isn't it? That's why it's custom made. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. That's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? No, if he snapped his neck on the fall on his way down... Well, if he snapped his neck when he hit the ground, I don't think he would have survived that long. I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, come on. And it's really, questionable. Excuse me. First looked into the handwriting, sir. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Ooh, this is not him because he's left-handed. He's left-handed. Yes? Maybe? Do you have to special order left-handed baseball gloves? I don't know. Thank you, Your Honor. Writing on the ground. It was custom made. Is that a left-handed glove? It looks like it's right-handed. It looks like you kind of scoop your right hand into there and hold it as such. First looked into the handwriting. Can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So, what was the result of the investigation? Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before. Nope. I've never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Next, we check the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces? Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he'd been writing in sand. And the results? still thinking he was left-handed. He wore the watch on his left hand. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. And there's more. There's also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Scratches on his skin? Oh. Little mini scratches. Ugh, I hate to think about it. Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That is incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those, and that's how we found him. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Well, I mean, you're not a scientific investigator. Gumshoe isn't. From this we can confirm the victim wrote this name with his right hand. If you rotate it so the hand was up like this, it looks like... Okay, this is my right hand. Just reverse my right hand or something. Just whatever. Just imagine the glove is on my right hand. It looks to be right-handed. I think they're mostly left-handed. No, people catch with their right hand. It's special made, so it has to be used with your left hand. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would only think that the name was definitely written by the victim. There's only one conclusion. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Destin really wrote that message with the right hand, you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get into his present? The present? What about it? Okay, objection. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you show the court what is special about this glove? What's special? I've never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. That's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. What would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Aha! Left-handed. Well, you're absolutely right. The glove is made to be worn on the right hand. Ah, that's right. You catch with your non-dominant hand. Right? That is why it had to be custom made. You've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with it again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from the picture that it was his... Wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Ah! I object! Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Bam! Order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. So that means Maggie is... No. It's not possible! Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. You got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. That's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird... No, not yet! Please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? Prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? Almost got away with it, too. What did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's not a good. Order! Order in the court! I believe recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. Can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. I need to get more information during the recess. Court is adjourned for recess. That's what he said before I skipped it. I always think there's no more, and then bam, there's more. I love this game. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1. Amnesia. I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. Really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this. It's something. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay, here. There are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card. Added to the court record. Yes, for now we should stop talking about me. Start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime just before 6 p.m. Picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called it. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's this phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... you were here all along. You're so mean. I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Back. Now who the heck is this? I guess I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? What if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you want me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Ooh, why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. Where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Actually, Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops, guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I love that Maya always nags at us for being old. Oh, it's beautiful, even though we're like, what, 20-something? Maybe, yeah, we're 20-something? Let's see, Now, where does that game fall? Game 6. Mr. Wright's like 40-something. So he's like It's like 20 some years later. Something happens, but it's just, never mind. Guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Okay, back in the courtroom. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I ask that the court be a little lenient on... There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. Prosecution calls his next witness, a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Ah, this is the guy who hit us on the head. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alright, go ahead. Just now you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would be too much trouble, but... Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. He's a guy who wants to get into a university, but he has a very rigorous selection policy. He was taking a walk to reflect on what university to choose, and he's traveling to find the right one. What is he, a human chatterbox? Ugh, I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you want to, you could call me a university student in transit. Ahem, Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mommy. If you must, anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know what you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Ugh, this guy. Who is he? I gotta check his age. What I saw that day. At the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. He's only 22. Ugh. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was out of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The banana? That was certainly decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what you just said? Yeah, that's all you have to say. How can you be so calm? Strange, my mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. The banana? The banana. He's short-sighted. Is he short-sighted? Ooh. And the glasses, the pieces of lens were short-sighted lenses found near the victim's body. Yes? Yes? Is he nearsighted? I was at the park. Don't remember. Police officer falls. That's blatantly obvious. Mr. Wellington, I believe the banana is right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. That's where you'd be wrong. But, Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's a... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? You? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo as blah, blah, blah. He thinks there's enough room for doubt when viewed from afar, blah, blah, blah. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are unrelenting evil man. Like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. She was very courageous, only be caught by horribly unrighteous people. And she was still burned at the stake, even though what she did was not wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next, in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away? Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is a murderer. May I question the witness now, Mr. Wright? What happened? Anyway, after that, must have been... How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. If I'm wrong, the detective obviously doesn't know how to tell me. What? Why, you're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? Showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying the police were on the scene by 7 p.m. They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. Certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. Can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Objection. That's a long time. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45. There was clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think the court would like to hear what you were doing during the 15-minute gap. Grrr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington? Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Perhaps writing a name in the sand? Answer the question. Telephone. Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a matryoshka doll. Those are little Russian nesting dolls. All the layers of the matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all geniuses have a strange quirk or two? Rationale. Blame people like you can understand. Enough. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone could be. And his phone Maggie found? There's no way. Question further. Never back down when it comes to these games. Mr. Wellington. Where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Well, then I think we cleared the issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by the search for a phone booth. Nope. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. There's a phone booth right there. And I mean right there. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony is blech. I don't believe there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, there's something wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order. What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is a reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? I have an idea. Alright, let's hear your explanation. Only one possibility. Nearsighted lenses. Ooh, he was looking for something. He was searching for this. Perhaps. That was just an idea I thought I'd throw out. I suggest that perhaps you should find a better piece of evidence. Yes, of course, Your Honor. Well then, before you do, you will be penalized. Blech. Ouch. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? No. Balls. He wasn't writing the name. Why didn't he call the police right away? It's a good question. He was looking for his glasses. Mr. Wellington? What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, where? Where did you find? Gah! I believe the court all just heard that what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? He was searching for them. Order. Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. That is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Kabam! Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that's precisely what I'm doing. He is like a Matryoshka doll. There's lots of layers to peel. He's like an ogre, and ogres are like onions, because onions have layers. Ogres have layers. I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out the cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, this is so exciting watching you work again. So well, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of the knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's, that name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? We already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggey, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone that the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know Miss Bird before the trial. I forgot. There was a way. It would be best if I proved the witness had a chance to learn. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? Then you realized you had lost it. What did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with. Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name was written on the ground was Maggie. Was Maggie. I'm just gonna say McGee. No, I'm just gonna say it's Maggie with a Y, and on the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek! Order. But, Your Honor, this witness has no motive, and your point is, it's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Oh, jeez. Sorry. That was unprofessional of me. My DS is dying. Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops. Rid of the brilliant artists. Something about... I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. If you want to know what that says, please feel free to pause the video. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would all be over. It would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor, what is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said that exact same thing only a few moments ago. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? And that is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Let's see. Maybe the slime ball saw something in the crime scene that made him commit murder. Thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Oh. Dustin Prince. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. No time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone is with the policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic. Is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. There we go. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Impressive, not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! Ugh, that guy's really creeping me out. All All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? The phone I lost, I've already found. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem with our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. Must be something I've overlooked. Maybe phone stored numbers. This phone had the names and numbers of those in the con group in his memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we were trying to determine is who that phone belonged to. Who cares about the phone numbers? About what phone numbers are stored in it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. Witness Squire, I'm afraid I have to reject. Back to his arrogant, annoying self again. The cell phone. Okay, it was fingerprints. Fingerprints. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left fingerprints on his phone. Nick, don't you remember? When we got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? Said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You gotta be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Mr. Wellington? What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you were too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god, now I remember. Looks like they hung up. Good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. Looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? That will be all. I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at the ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You have had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Raise an objection. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I'm able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination is already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. We will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yeah. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh, now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? The court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now, and the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things, too. That's the Steel Samurai, if anyone remembers from game number 1. Steel Samurai was Will Powers, who we cleared innocent and proved that it was the producer who killed the Steel Samurai. Ack! What? Why is my phone? And what's with that stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington? How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Ouch. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding is Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. Yeah! Whoop whoop. That is all. This court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. Then everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right, you were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. Gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh, I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. But I thought Maya had gone to continue her spirit medium training at the end of the last game. What brought her back? I don't know. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got memory back. At that moment, Everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person. I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl. Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. Oh, that's adorable. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Wellington. Guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. She came back from her trading. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. And that's all she wrote for now. I'm just going to leave this episode here. I'm going to save my progress. First, reunion and turnabout. Like I said, the Phoenix Wright games in Japan were called Turnabout Attorney. If I can even find that. Yes, save. So, hold on. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney. Series of visual... okay. So... let's just switch to our... Whoa, I gotta shrink this down to size. Please excuse us. Unprofessionalism, everybody. Okay, this has to go above. I'll make sure you can still read this. Okay. So, first... okay, this is the series. Development. The series was created by Shu Takumi, who wrote and directed the first 3 games. Oh, beautiful. Conceived in 2000, gave him 6 months to create any type of game he wanted. He had originally joined Capcom when wanting to make mystery and adventure games, and felt this was a big chance for him to make a mark as a creator. The game was designed to be simple, as Takumi wanted it to be easy enough for even his mother to play. Originally going to be a detective game with Phoenix being a private investigator, but at one point Takumi realized that finding and taking apart contradictions was not related to detective work, and felt that the main setting of the game should be courtrooms. Let's go down to the trivia. Legacy. Other appearances. All female adapted. Oh, that's right. There have been a number of live shows. There's been musicals, funnily enough. There's even an anime and a manga about this. Gyakuten Saiban. Japanese Turnabout Trial. That's right. Known in Japan as Turnabout Trial. Okay, that's what it was. Turnabout Trial. Oops. Not that. Let's just enlarge that so you can see. Known in Japan as Gyakuten Saiban. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm probably butchering the language, but I do not speak Japanese. I can barely piece together language sentences in German. And my English is just It's more American than English. But Turnabout Trial, there it is, right there. So, I'm just gonna leave this here. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this game, then please tell me that you like it. If you want to see me, if you want to see more of this game, just let me know, and I'll definitely play more. I'm probably gonna play more regardless, because it feels like I'm not doing this series justice just playing the first game and just the first part of the second game. So, you know, I'll definitely play. I'll definitely play more. So again, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments about my terrible playing of this game, and if I'm just wasting my time playing this and you'd like to see me play something else, then also tell me that, and just let me know anything down in the comments below that you'd like to see me play. Just if you want to see me continue this, and please tell me. If you want me to, heck, if you want to see me continue this, then give it a thumbs up. If you want me to play something else, give it a thumbs down, and then put something down in the comments. And if you like my stuff that I do and want to see more stuff that I do, then hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you are notified as soon as something goes up. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.